here coming to you guys live, not really live, but you know what I mean. I always say it, that's my introduction. I got the man, the myth, the absolute legend, Mr. Bryson behind the camera. His Instagram is right here. And then as always, as you guys know, go follow me on Instagram. It is at @TheAustinLewis, and we'll drop it right there as well. And in this video, if you guys are brand new here, make sure to go subscribe, make sure and like this video and comment down below, obviously what you guys would like to see in future videos. But before you guys go and leave me here, I'm gonna show you guys the steps to starting your own ATM business, right? It's a common question that I have on my Instagram as well as on my YouTube, what are the actual steps, Austin, to actually building an ATM business? One thing I do notice that's very common on YouTube is most people actually do not go step by step on exactly how to start your ATM business. Obviously, I'm not going to dive too in depth in it, but I'm pretty much going to kind of go over the basics for you guys. That way you don't need to purchase the course. That way you don't need to research more online and get the washed out information from somebody that actually doesn't even have an ATM business, right? So, if you're like brand new to this channel and you're just like, who the heck is Austin Lewis, right? Austin Lewis is a serial entrepreneur, 24 years old. I live here in Scottsdale, Arizona. My business partner and I, we've started a dozen businesses over the last decade, right? One of our businesses is actually an ATM portfolio. Austin and I have, his name's Austin as well. It's kind of crazy. We have 50 ATM locations around different states, around different parts of this world that Austin and I earn every single month, earn money from. Every single month, we earn passive income from this little thing called an ATM business. We actually got into the business on accident. My partner was sitting down at a barbershop, and this barbershop was an all-cash barbershop, and he was like, hey, do you have an ATM? And the barber was like, well, no, but there's one across the street at Circle K. And Austin, my partner, says, well, can I just place an ATM here tomorrow? Now, I had no idea about this business. I had no idea how to get involved in the ATM business. I had no idea that you could earn money from the ATM business. And so Austin gives me a call as he's leaving the barbershop, and he's like, Austin, figure out how to get an ATM, we're gonna earn money. So literally, lo and behold, I bought a couple of courses. I reached out to a couple of mentors. I plugged in with a guy that's name is Eric. He owns the company ATM One, which is actually located here in Phoenix, Arizona. Services thousands upon thousands of ATMs, multi-millionaire from the ATM business, and he's kind of the one that brought us under the wing. But I'm gonna kind of just share with you guys in this video. Obviously, you guys are like, Austin, I don't really care about you. I came here for the information. Great, well, here's the information. Obviously, the steps to starting a ATM business. Now, obviously, we learned the hard way. We went a lot of the stuff that I'm gonna share with you is me finding out a lot of different ways on what not to do, right? We went and started a bank account at Wells Fargo. We had 20 ATMs at Wells Fargo, and Wells Fargo calls us up and says, hey, we're shutting your guys' account down because we found out that you guys are in the ATM business, because you guys are getting ACH transfers. And so, obviously step one to getting into the ATM business is obviously a bank account. You need to have a bank account. You need to have a bank account that knows that you're in the ATM business, because every single daily deposit or monthly deposit that you get is gonna be an ACH transfer. There's no way to change that. If you obviously do your processing through CDS, which is Columbia Data Services, which I'll talk about later, then they're going to process every single deposit that gets into your bank account is going to be an ACH transfer. That's how it works, right? It goes from that person's bank account into your bank account. So obviously, one, you need a bank account, right? Obviously, we partnered with Comerica. We literally walked into Comerica. We were like, hey guys, we run an ATM business. Are you guys going to allow that? We get a lot of cash out on a weekly basis, or you guys are going to have to meet us with the cash on a weekly basis at a location in order for us to get our money, and we need our money. We're not able to have holds on our money. We're not able to take time to process our money. We need our money when we need our money, because we can't let our ATMs run out of money, right? So one, you need a bank account. Number two is obviously the simple, straight to the point, is you need to buy an ATM, right? You need to buy an ATM. You need to own an ATM. Where do you go to get an ATM? There's a couple different locations. Obviously, one, you can go to Cardtronics. I do not recommend. Sorry, Cardtronics. They're gonna charge you a lot of different processing fees. They're gonna give you a cheap ATM, but they're gonna eat you on a monthly basis per transaction on your processing fees, which I'll talk about below. Buy an ATM for ATM One. You can buy an ATM from us. Reach out to us on the Capital ATMs page. If you're interested in buying an ATM, we have simple documents that we get you. That way we can do that. We have boots on the ground in every single state. So if you need to, obviously, one, buy an ATM, you need to place the ATM. You need to have the ATM installed, right? You need to have it programmed to your bank account. Obviously, our company does that, Capital ATM. So buy an ATM. Three, processing. Something you got to figure out in going through an ATM company is, what are they going to charge you per transaction to do the processing, because obviously you got to process it through something, right? That money that person goes to the ATM, pulls out $20, has to process somewhere in order to get back into your bank account. What are the processing fees going to be? Obviously, our processing fees, we charge 10 cents a transaction. That's a very low amount. Capital ATMs does a very low amount, so we don't make any money with that. We just want to build a large ATM portfolio. Obviously, companies like Cardtronics are going to charge you anywhere from 14 to 24 cents per transaction. Obviously, the less transactions, the more they're going to charge you. Ours is a flat rate of 10 cents every single month on the month per transaction to do the processing. So now, if our surcharge is $4, we are profiting $3.90, where a place like Cardtronics or a place like ATM1 might take a little bit more. I'm not downing them, I'm just upping us. So number 4, obviously, is the simple lockdown location, right? Barbershops, salons, dispensaries, nightclubs, bars, whatever those are called. What are they called? Courses, yeah. Bryson is back helping me out. Golf courses, right? Different locations, where marketplaces, gas stations, anywhere that you don't think, doesn't have an ATM, anywhere that doesn't have an ATM, be super aware when I walk into a place and like, you guys don't have an ATM, but you guys are an all cash business, or maybe what if you guys turned into an all cash business? A lot of our barbershops that earn us anywhere from $550 a month all the way up to $2,800 a month, they all used to be not cash barbers, but because they paid so much in processing fees through credit cards and accepting credit cards and debit cards, we said, hey, get rid of that, go all cash, just make money on our ATM, let's utilize the ATM, get cash discount is what we like to call it, the cash discount. And now, our barbershops have turned into all cash. Obviously, those are some ideas for locking down locations. Number 5, next step is obviously filling the ATM. There's a couple different ways that you can fill an ATM. There's specifically 3. The first one is you can fill the ATM. How can you profit the most out of an ATM? 1, you're gonna fill it, right? So you buy the ATM and you fill the ATM with your own money. That's the number 1 way to make the most amount of money per surcharge on that ATM. The second way is you can actually have the business fill that ATM. Utilize somebody else's money, OPM, right? Other people's money. What we've done previously with that is we've just split the surcharge with our businesses, right? Just depends on how you want to build your business, because obviously now Austin and I have an employee that fills our ATMs. That way we don't have to do it. That way we can go sit in Bali and just earn this money. And we know our ATMs are getting filled. Or you can buy an ATM, put it in a location, and that location fills that ATM. That way you never have to go back to that location ever again, and you're still gonna earn money from that. You own the real estate. The real estate is the ATM. Obviously, number 6 is set the surcharge. Set the surcharge. Set the surcharge, right? Do you want it to be $4, $5, $3, $2.50? Depends on the location. Depends on where it is that you have that ATM placed. In a lot of our barbershops, it's anywhere from $3 to $4. Depends on what part of town. Is it a nicer part of town? Is it a ghetto or more part of town, right? Just depends on that is exactly what you're gonna charge in there. It depends on the supply and demand too, right? I know if I go to the club and I'm drinking, I'm gonna pay $7 or $8 or $6 to get out my cash at a bar. Right? That's a no-brainer. At a strip club, right? I'm gonna pay $10 in order to get my money because I need my money.
Tell them to bring me my money. Yeah!
You see what I'm saying? So supply and demand when it's obviously setting the surcharge. And then number 7 is just profiting. Number 7 is just profiting, sitting back and looking at your numbers and seeing what you're earning on a monthly basis every single month from your ATM. Our first ATM that we ever locked down, we waited 6 to 7 months without ever actually realizing that was our ATM, that our deposits were going into our bank account monthly, because we ran our company. We put our bank account for our ATM company into all of our other companies that we have. Our marketing company, our real estate company, our giveaway company, and a bunch of other companies. And so we had no idea what we were actually profiting from our ATM until our bookkeeper took a look at it and was like, Austin, you guys are earning $600 to $700 a month, every month on this ATM that you have in a barber shop. And so obviously, profit, sit back, profit, and depending on how you want to build your ATM business is exactly how you want to build it. Me and Bryce are going to get into a lot more in-depth things, but obviously I wanted to make a video for you guys on just the first steps of actually starting your ATM business. I've obviously made other videos talking about why I got into the ATM business and talking about, you know, the power of the ATM business and things like that. But this is literally step by step on how to get started in the ATM business. And also, if you're interested, we have ATM Mastery down below. It is our course. It has over 80 plus videos inside this course that teaches you anything and everything, the A to Z about this business. But I look forward to getting into it more depth with you guys. And again, if you haven't already, make sure and smash that subscribe button and make sure and smash that like button, and we'll see you guys in the next video.